It's Daniel of Young and Foodish. I'm on 5th Avenue between 22nd and 23rd Street opposite the Flatiron Building. And look, Eisenberg Sandwich Shop is back. There's a name change, SMP, actually taking its original name before Eisenberg's. Stepping inside Eisenberg's, I once wrote in the New York Daily News, is like walking into an Edward Hopper painting. Fittingly, the sandwich shop's rebirth as SMP has coincided with the opening of the Edward Hopper's New York exhibition at the Whitney Museum. I sat down with Eric Finkelstein, the co-savior with Matt Ross of this New York institution, to talk about how they're bringing timeless lunch counter memories back to life.
People come here with such high expectations. How do you satisfy people who expect some kind of magic to occur when they come to what is still a coffee shop, a historic and wonderful coffee shop, but a sandwich is a sandwich?
What we decided very early on is that what we wanted to do here was make a place that matched our memories of this place. There's a few people from the old staff that are here, and so we have access to the way that they did things at Eisenberg's. But we decided we would rebuild all of the recipes based on our memories of what Eisenberg's was, instead of basing them on what Eisenberg's made. That's what we're sort of chasing when we're trying all of these rye breads and trying all of these pastrami's and corned beefs. Lives up to what our memory of this place was.
What do you do about nostalgic people who say it's not as good as it used to be?
You know, we were just looking at your book from 1989, where you talk about this being a blast from the past. I've seen articles from the 70s about this place, about it being a throwback, but it's always been like just an honest lunch counter, but people attach all of this nostalgia to it. One of the things that's not food related that a lot of people say is, why do you have to play music in here? They never had music at Eisenberg's. And Jody's been here for 14 years, and she said there was music every day that she worked here. Our seltzer man can't stop complaining about how this Fox's You Bet is nothing like the one that he grew up with. So this one doesn't mix with milk correctly, it doesn't taste right. Iceberg lettuce it's a timeless thing. Chopped liver and corned beef is timeless. You know? That's what we were trying to do here, is capture those timeless foods that have gone away by virtue of there being somebody convincing people that there's a better way to do it. What we want to do is set this place on a course where we finalize all of these recipes and menu items, and then just let it ride for hopefully another 100 years. A friend of ours sent us an article about Mel Brooks in the New Yorker. He talks about what he orders at a deli. It's a turkey sandwich with one slice of corned beef, coleslaw, Russian dressing, and mustard. And we love the idea, and we decided we were going to do it before trying it. And then, you know, as we were getting open, we assembled all the ingredients, and it was just a perfect sandwich.
And it's a matter of taste that he actually prefers the turkey, or it's about health concern?
I'm going to assume it's a health issue.
Edward Hopper paintings, it's very lonely people, and yet we take great joy. We love the paintings. Here at Eisenberg's, it's kind of a lonely hearts club, and yet we love to be here.
You know, I'll see somebody sitting at the counter looking miserable, and then we'll go over to them and say, I'm sorry, is there anything we can do to, you know? And they say, I'm so happy to be here. I think it's the same reason people smile when they come in here now. It's that it's warm. The other day, a 9-year-old came in with his family, and he looked up and he said, I think I'm gonna like it here.